to the next process, the isothermal process. So let's look at the isothermal process now. Here, temperature is constant, therefore dt is 0. What will be the work done? Well, as usual, W will be integral P dV, but now I cannot take the P outside. P is not a constant. I will have to express P as a function of V. How can I use it?
nRT by V.
That's right. Use the gas law. Write in this form, V1 to V2. Now nR is anyway constant, temperature also becomes a constant in this case. So it becomes nRT log, or shall I say, integral dV by V, which is nRT log V2 by V1. Well, that's the work done in isothermal process, nRT log V2 by V1. What will be the state variable relation? Temperature is constant, so P1 V1 will be equal to P2 V2, okay? And what is the graph like? PV graph. PV is a constant, it's a rectangular hyperbola. Well, this graph is called rectangular hyperbola. You will learn this when you study your hyperbola. That's the equation of a rectangular hyperbola. XY is a constant, but nevertheless, you can take it as your GK right now. And you can appreciate this much, that as volume increases, pressure goes on decreasing. It will touch the volume axis only at infinity. And as volume decreases, pressure goes on increasing. So this graph is, we say, asymptotic to pressure and volume axis. Well, that's it. We have dealt with the isothermal process as well. This graph is called an isotherm. The graph for constant pressure is called isobar, and the graph for constant volume is called isochore. We move on to the next section, namely the adiabatic process. dQ is 0. There is no transfer of heat across the system. That's called adiabatic process. So here, if this be so, it means using first law, du plus dw, which is dq, happens to be 0. Or can we say du plus dw is 0, which means dw equals minus du, which is minus ncv dt. So dw, if you integrate, will be integral of like this. So we have got our first formula, ncv T1 minus T2. See, there is a T2 minus T1, there is a negative sign here, becomes T1 minus T2. What's the value for, we use gamma as Cp by Cv. What is Cv and Cp in terms of gamma and R? What is Cp and Cv in terms of gamma and R? Cv as a function of gamma and R. What's that? Cp as a function of gamma and R. What's that? Can you answer these two questions?
Cv to R by gamma minus 1.
That's right. And what about Cp?
Gamma into R upon gamma.
That's right. So this is R by gamma minus 1, and this is gamma R by gamma minus 1. Right? Then, this very formula can be rewritten in this format as well. Cv is, like you said, R by gamma minus 1. So we can write it like this. Also, nRT1 is P1 V1 minus P2 V2 by gamma minus 1. So there you have the three different formulae for adiabatic process. Then, further, we'll find the adiabatic relations. What is the state variables for adiabatic processes? Let us see. What we do, you are saying certain things, I'm wanting to derive that. Okay? So, how do we derive that? du plus dw happens to be 0. First statement, ncv dt plus pdv equals 0. Same thing I have rewritten in this form. Now this is nr dt by gamma minus 1 See, we have got a differential equation in temperature and volume. So we need to express everything in terms of either temperature or volume. Can we express pressure in terms of temperature and volume?
nRT by V.
nRT by V dV equal to 0. So nR gets cancelled. So we get dt, I'm rearranging it, dt by T plus gamma minus 1 dV by V equal to 0. We get that. So when you integrate this, what do you get? We integrate this, we get log T plus gamma minus 1 log V equals some constant of integration. Log, we can combine this as log of TV power gamma minus 1 is a constant, which means TV power gamma minus 1 is some constant. K, I mean a constant, don't think this is the same K. TV power gamma minus 1 is a constant. That's an adiabatic relation. This is between T and V. Can you get me a similar relation between P and V? Also between P and T. Yeah? I'm asking you to get it. Derive it. I'm not asking what it is.
So we can just substitute T as...
That's right. Substitute it here and check it out. See for yourself. Are you getting that? PV by NR into V power gamma minus 1 is a constant, which means P V power gamma. Throw out all the other constants elsewhere. So that's it. We get that. And one more. Can we get it in terms of P and T? Pressure into nRT by P power gamma is a constant. So we can write this as P power 1 minus gamma T power gamma is a constant. The red, the blue and the black boxes are called the adiabatic relations. Remember them? Yeah, can we move on? See, let's look at the PV graph. The PV graph for an adiabatic process looks like this. Now you might say, then what is the difference between this and isothermal? Both are looking alike. Well, this is steeper than the isothermal process. So normally what we do is we show both of them and show the contrast. The adiabatic process graph falls much faster, or let us say it is steeper. And this we can prove mathematically like this. See, PV per gamma is a constant, so I can say log P plus gamma log V equals log K. I take a differential, this becomes dP by P plus gamma dV by V equals dK by K is 0. In other words, what is dP by dV? Is minus gamma P by V. So this is the dP by dV, as you know, is nothing but the slope of the PV graph at any point. So if you take this point where both isothermal and adiabatic are intersecting, the slope of the adiabatic. Now, what is the equation for isothermal process? PV is a constant. This is PV power gamma is a constant, which means this is like gamma equal to 1. What will be the slope of isothermal process? Put gamma equal to 1, you get minus P by V. So we could say the slope of the adiabatic is equal to gamma times the slope of the isothermal. So that proves it that the slope of the adiabatic is steeper than the isothermal at a given place. If I put gamma equal to 1, slope of isothermal will be dP by dV. Isothermal will be minus P by V. Yeah, so shall we move on? So we have looked at the 4 processes and their properties: isochoric, isobaric, adiabatic, isothermal, etc. We'll look at one more process which is kind of equivalent. It's like saying a polynomial. When you look at a linear equation, quadratic, biquadratic, then a polynomial or a theory of equations, we look at a single process which represents all of them, or at least many of them. And that one is called the polytropic process. Any process of this form, PV power beta is a constant. Beta is called the polytropic index. For instance, you tell me which process does it represent? Some of these. Yeah, beta equals 1, PV is constant. This is isothermal. This is isobaric. So we can rewrite it as P power 1 by beta V equal to constant, right? So this would be like, this is 0, so volume is constant or isochoric. We can take that interpretation. So by putting beta equal to these values, we have got these 4, but we can put anything beta. Beta equals 1.5, root 2, minus 3.5. So corresponding to all those infinite values that you can put, you get many more processes. I'm not saying all processes are polytropic, but you can have infinite more processes polytropic itself. There can be other processes that are non-polytropic. For example, if you have something like P E V power beta is a constant or some such thing. Now this is not polytropic. Definitely, it is in some other form. So I'm not saying all processes are polytropic, but there are many processes which are polytropic, which is what we're talking about now. Just like all not all algebraic equations are polynomials, but polynomials covers a very wide ground. So let's see. In order to have a better insight into polytropic process, I pose a question. I'm asking you, what is the molar specific heat for a polytropic process? From there we'll be able to see much more. Or let's say, what is C poly? What do you mean by poly? This will mean dq by n dt for a polytropic process. And this will be equal to du plus pdv, the FLT I am putting, for a polytropic process. You can put a bracket and say for poly. Now the first parameter, this term doesn't depend on whether it's poly or V or P. This is always equal to CV. It's a point function, state function. It's not a path function. No need to talk about what process is happening there. Whether you talk about or not, it's the same thing, CV. And I don't know what is this, PdV by ndt. We had something similar in Mayer's relation, but this is different. This is not Mayer's relation. So how do I calculate this? That's the question. I'll have to incorporate some property of this in this so that I know it is polytropic process. Can I find out what is polytropic process in the differential form? The polytropic process in the differential form will be log P plus beta log V equals log K. Differentiate dP by P plus beta dV by V equal to 0. Cross multiply. VdP plus beta dV equal to 0. Equation number 1. Beta PdV equals 0. Also use the ideal gas equation from here. VdP plus PdV equals nR dt. Equation number 2 from here. I want the value of PdV. Subtract the two equations, what do you get? You get beta minus 1 PdV equals nR dt. Well, that's it. This value becomes what? It will become minus R. PdV by n dt will become, this is minus nR. You subtract 1 minus 2, so it's minus R by beta minus 1. So I rewrite this polytropic process here. C poly will be equal to CV, which is, for symmetrically I can write like this. It looks better. Well, that's your answer. This is the molar specific heat for a general process, the polytropic process. And rather, you can cross check, put those values of beta. If I take beta equal to 1, what do I get? Beta equal to 1 represents what process and what am I getting here? Beta equal to 1 represents isothermal process. If you put beta equal to 1, this becomes, what does it become? Infinity. Infinity would mean that you will have to give infinite heat to raise the temperature by 1 degree centigrade, which means you cannot increase the temperature. See, the process is isothermal. Temperature we are saying is constant, and you are posing a counter question, how much heat should I give so that temperature can increase? Sorry, temperature cannot increase. Or let us say give infinite heat, then only it will increase. you cannot give and it won't increase. Take beta equal to gamma. If you put beta equal to gamma, it represents an adiabatic process. And if you put beta equal to gamma, this will be 0. You don't have to supply heat in an adiabatic process to change the temperature. Temperature can be changed by the internal energy change itself. If you make the adiabatic, if you make it do work, the system, it will cool down. Adiabatic expansion gives rise to cooling. You don't have to have any temperature, heat robbed off it or gained by it. Well, this is kind of a general formula. It takes care of all of them. Well, that's the polytropic process. So we have done 4 processes plus 1 polytropic process, and now we are going to make a chart to encompass and understand the whole process, all the properties. So I suggest you take your page like this, a double page in your notebook, and make the chart according to the columns and rows I'm making. I'll be making a 5x8 matrix, 5 rows, 8 columns. Let's see. And the idea of making this chart is, as you are making it, you are getting it in your mind. Remember all these formulas. Your effectiveness in remembering this table is your effectiveness in thermodynamics itself. 90% of it is applying this table quickly and skillfully. Yeah, you can change this is state variable relation, PV graphs. Other things are obvious. This is D of what is 0. D question mark is 0. D question mark is 0. Okay. So you have got these 5 processes that we have talked about, namely isochoric, isobaric, isothermal, adiabatic, and polytropic. Isochoric meant what? dV is 0. Isobaric means dP is 0. Isothermal is dt is 0. Adiabatic is dq is 0. You can't say for polytropic process any one such thing. Yeah, is the second column fine with you, all the values, and you know it perfectly well? Rather you remember it right now. The third column, delta U, what will that be? Yeah, that's right. NCV delta T. And nothing but ditto, 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 ditto. All of them are same. Except in isothermal, the formula is valid. But since delta T is 0, it becomes 0. Yeah, so now the next 2 columns I would say are more important because different boxes will have different formulas. And while we are writing it, let's kind of recollect how we develop this formula and remember them. So isochoric process, what is the work done?
0.
Yeah, no change in volume, so work done will be 0. That's right. Isobaric, what was the work done? Rather give me two formulae. Yes, P delta V and
NR delta T.
That's right, P delta V or NR delta T. These are the formulae we have got for isobaric process, work done. Then isothermal process.
NRT log V2 by V1.
NRT log V2 by V1. What is the state variable relation for this process? For isothermal, what's the state variable relation?
P1 V1 is equal to P2 V2.
That's right, P1 V1 equals P2 V2. And since that is so, V2 by V1 is P1 by P2. This formula can also be written as log of P1 by P2 NRT log P1 by P2. Okay. Another form of work done in isothermal process. Adiabatic, we had derived 3 formulae. I want the 3 formulae. Adiabatic process. Can you recollect?
P1 V1 minus P2 V2 upon gamma minus 1.
No, can you start from the beginning in the processes, say it the way you derived it. That way you will recollect the whole thing. What was the first one?
NCV T1 minus T2.
Yeah, that's right. NCV T1 minus T2. And mentally you can replace CV by R by gamma minus 1. Next one.